I got a drawing tablet for the first time 11 years ago. It's a thing I try not to think about too much, but ever since that time, I have used that drawing tablet nearly every day, and I know that with the Christmas time approaching, there's probably going to be a lot of people who are getting a tablet for the first time. This video is for you. So here are some tips and tricks and all that good to make sure you're actually getting the most out of your tablet. So the first thing is make sure that it's set up right. What I mean by that is make sure that you have downloaded the most up-to-date drivers, download the correct ones, and make sure that everything is working. But what I mean by that is a lot of tablets have pressure sensitivity. Make sure that that's supported and activated in the program that you're using. Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint both have an option to toggle and untoggle pressure sensitivity. So if you're finding that your tablet isn't working with something like that, be sure to check that out. Also, Windows Ink is a thing that likes to demolish tablets. So if you are having that kind of issue, maybe look into that, because the last thing you want is you don't want to spend months using your drawing tablet thinking it's busted, only to realize, hey, actually my software was messed up. Also, if you're using a tablet that is only a pad tablet that does not have a screen, make sure it's mapped out correctly and you're using as much of the tablet surface as you actually can, because you don't want to only be using a really small active area of your tablet. It is a thing that happens. Trust me. The second tip is that software matters. Photoshop, Clip Studio Paint, MS Paint, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is get familiar with the actual software. Make sure that you're actually setting up your canvases right. Make sure that the resolution is good. Make sure that the size is good. If you do actually end up making final finished cool pieces, you want to make sure that they're going to be something that you can actually upload online and it isn't some weird color format that isn't useful at all. And also, most tablets do come with a little customization app or something that you can tweak the settings, so you can mess with the tablet pressure sensitivity, you can change the shortcuts, you can do all of this fun stuff. Make sure to actually mess with that. It is more useful than you think. For people who have a really heavy hand like I do that like to demolish pen nibs, it's a little bit better to actually tweak that setting so the tablet is actually less sensitive, so I'm not just destroying the tablet the entire time that I'm using it. So if you know that you're really light-handed or really heavy-handed, mess with the settings. It is a thing that actually might extend the life of your tablet in the long run. And if you need a screen protector, get a screen protector. The third tip is to learn to sketch as naturally as you can, as soon as you can. I know that with digital art, there's a lot of different shortcuts you can use, like the liquify tool and the transform tool and correcting and layers and undo and control Z and all of that stuff. Try not to rely too heavily on having the computer fix things for you. It's better that you get comfortable sketching as soon as you can on your own. What I mean by that is try to sketch in not 400 layers, and try to not zoom in as much. Like at the very beginning, try to work and get comfortable with the gestures of drawing all the way zoomed out. Then zoom in for the smaller details. So that way you're actually improving your hand-eye coordination with using a drawing tablet. I know that they're advertised as, oh yeah, it's the most natural drawing experience that you can get for whatever, but there's always a little bit of a disconnect and it is always weird. So it is good to spend time to actually get comfortable sketching. Start with sketching and make sure that you get good at that first before you jump onto anything bigger like coloring or anything crazy like that. Even if it comes to like writing your name, practice writing your name and get comfortable with doing that, because just the little small things like that and actually being able to draw on your tablet will make it much less frustrating later when you're not trying to do all this crazy stuff right from the get-go. The next tip is that the tablet is not magic. You still need to get good. I'm sure that a lot of you have probably already researched the kind of tablet that you're going to be getting for the holiday, and I'm sure that you've noticed, why are there some $70 tablets? Why are there some $2,500 drawing tablets? And the main variation with those is that you need to know that the tablet will only help you do what you're going to do, but faster. That is the main difference. I have used tablets across all the extremes, and I can tell you, I can do the exact same thing on a $70 tablet that you see me drawing right now in front of you on this $2,000 tablet, whether it has a screen or not. Just the only difference is one will help you do it a little bit faster. The bigger surface area on the screen is nice because you can use more arm gestures and natural gestures and whatever, and they have touch and they have rotation and all of that stuff. Those are all bells and whistles. That doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that you know that, hey, you are the only common factor in using the drawing tablet. The tablet is not magic. If you can't draw, the tablet is not going to make you draw. The next tip is to be patient when learning how to use a drawing tablet. Like I said in a couple of earlier tips, there is a slight disconnect between drawing on paper and on the tablet. It is a lot of sales marketing and stuff that tells you it's the most natural drawing feel and the natural experience of pen and paper and whatever. And that's just a marketing mumbo jumbo, but you do need to realize that there is always going to be a degree of a disconnect between you drawing on paper and drawing on a tablet. They are different. I've been using them for years, and it is still easier for me to draw on paper. There are a lot of times where I'll actually brainstorm or thumbnail on a piece of paper just because it is always more natural than using this really big, huge $2,000 tablet in front of me, which I promise I'm not flexing. I'm just saying it is going to take time to learn how to use. Hand-eye coordination with these kinds of things takes time, especially if you have a tablet without a screen. That looking at your monitor and then using your hand type of deal, that takes a little bit of time to get used to. So know that. So keep that in mind. It isn't going to happen immediately, so don't expect perfection from day one. A lot of the people that you see doing art online make it look really easy because they are god-tier artists. So give yourself time to do that. This next tip is more of a conventional one, but get a smudge guard if you have a tablet with the screen. It's great because it keeps the heat off of your hand, it keeps the oils from your hand off of the screen, and it also cleans it while you use it. So that's more of just like a little practicality thing. I don't think I've ever even really needed to clean my tablet. It's just more, since I've used it so regularly, it kind of takes care of itself. And also, if you have a tablet with the screen, get a screen protector, especially if you're heavy-handed. I have a really heavy-handed, I have actually demolished tablet screens before. What I mean by that is they end up super scratched, dented, they have little craters, and the pen nib actually dulls the pen sensitivity in the area where I tend to draw the most. So the small physical accessories that you can get that will prolong the life of your tablet, they are worth it to get. And the last tip is more in regards to the actual drawing than the drawing tablet itself. But now that you have this nice shiny tablet, now that you're going to be jumping into digital art, save a bunch of backups. Fortunately, we live in a time where terabytes are more common than gigabytes for computer storage in memory. What that means is save a bunch of PSD or CSP or whatever backups for your drawing. I don't care what you call them, but save a backup, because even if your computer decides to crash and bring back your drawing, that's not always guaranteed, and there is always a small chance that you're going to lose it. So just save backups pretty much anytime you feel like you're going to go in for a major different change, or maybe at the start of your drawing session every single day, save a different version or a different backup. My drawings usually have around anywhere from 4 to 6 backups for every single piece. It is just a thing that we can do. Like, you have the memory to do that on your computer. It actually does not take as much storage space as you would think that it would. So yeah, go ahead and do that. So yeah, these are my tips for you lads on the Christmas and the whatnot, or if you're watching this at any other point in the year, it's still relevant. Just if you're new to using a drawing tablet, you don't have to do everything I said, but it is just a nice thing to keep in mind because I've been using these for a hot minute now. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful. I will see you guys later. I need to go take a nap. Yeah, bye.